Oh wow, that broadcasted really fast. Sorry,
Yeah.
so
Wow.
rolling live. Okay.
Hi, we're on the channel Books on Stereo. Hi. This is my live show now.
I was like taking over. This is my live. I'm super excited. The first live you've been on. How fun! Even though you didn't read the book, it's fine.
You read the first one. Okay, Charles. At the end of the book, when someone got on the back of a motorcycle,
here we go.
Who did you think it was? Just someone random, or who did you think it was? I need to know. Like, am I the only crazy one who assumed it was just?
Okay, in my defense, I don't remember what happened after the reveal.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, then that doesn't help solve this answer. Never mind. It's okay. I was hoping I would have someone on my side.
I know Bianca was just watching the Closely Harbored Secrets live because she put a bunch of comments. Thank you so much, Bianca. So she gets to watch too today.
Yay!
And Cachet is here. Hi, Cachet.
Hi.
If y'all didn't know, she is a published author. Her short story is in the anthology We're Not Home. Get that on Amazon. Get it. Buy her copy. Review it. Love it. Proceeds go to charity. Just do it.
I'm still waiting for my copy.
I think the ebook is like $2.99 or something. So
yeah,
do it.
My physical copy was lost in the mail, so they're sending me another one.
Oh no.
Amazon said that to me once too, and I didn't believe them.
I'm like, yeah, you probably didn't put it through.
Yeah.
Hi, Lady Val. Kristen, hello.
And Bianca's back.
All right. Alrighty, so today's live show, we are discussing 7 Deadly Sequins, which is book number 2 in the Bonnie and Clyde mystery series. What did we all rate it?
5 stars.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, where do I put my hand so you can read it? Because it's just like lost in everything back here.
I feel
I'm going to recluse my rating.
What did you rate book 2 or book 1?
A 3. I gave it a 3.
Charles is leaving the live now.
Okay. Okay, but to my defense, I'm still new to cozy mystery, so I was expecting like my Chestnut Man, like my adult thriller mysteries where I'm like, oh, I'm so shocked at who was behind it all. The real happened. I was like, oh yeah, I could have called that.
You called the killer?
You all called the killer the last time. I was just like, I was on a whole another level. I was over here like, Xander's got to be the guy, and then not until book 2.
It was it was really obvious in the first book.
In this book, I didn't know who the killer was.
I didn't really care who the killer was in this book.
I just wanted her and Mason to just bang it out after their conversation about pie. Because pie is a metaphor.
Oh my, it's a metaphor?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that, Jen. Can you explain further?
Well, so he wanted her pie, which... That's all I'm going to be able to say.
Oh
Jen, keep it PG.
I know, right? Pie is a metaphor for eating the kitty cat, apparently.
I wasn't going to go that far, but okay.
Okay, Nicole.
Nicole went right from
I can't keep it PG on my own channel. I have my channel marked not for kids, okay? Not for children. Hi, Ray. You didn't get the killer either?
Yeah. In this one, no.
In this one, no.
I mean, he was a suspect in book 1, and so they mentioned him once or twice, so I'm like, you're still on my list. But again, like, I can't remember who I was starting to think it was. I don't think I was trying to solve the killer as much in this one. I was really, really wanting a picture of that calendar. Let's just be real. I kind of got sidetracked and stayed there the whole time.
Honestly, even rereading, because I skimmed this book just to put in some post-it notes today. But even rereading it, I'm like, who killed this poor lady?
I had to look twice.
You don't remember. I
No.
remembered.
We went there in 6 minutes.
At least we're on topic, guys. Let's just be real.
It's so funny because when I'm on, or I'm in the comments, I'm not on the live, but when I'm in the comments for either Cachets or Brittany over at, or Britt over at Britt Riderly, they never even put my comments up because because they know it's like it's going to be some sort of craziness. They have to screen my comment.
Tisk.
I know it's bad.
Okay, so someone explained to me the cozy mystery genre.
Nicole,
Like,
you're
is it meant to be like a shocking, like like
No.
you're supposed to be like shocked at who done it? I think that's where I was the disconnect. I was like,
Sometimes-
oh,
Sometimes,
like, is
sometimes
it-
I call it, and then sometimes I don't call it. You know, it really depends. You know, on the story. Really depends on how good the red herrings are. But it's honestly, it's not supposed to be like edge of your seat stuff. This is a cozy mystery where yes, a murder has happened, but everyone's still happy. Like that's the best way I can
Yeah.
describe it.
because in the first book it felt like the mystery was there, and then we kind of went like, oh, let's go talk to all of the people in town, and it felt like
Mhm.
contemporary. And then right at the end, it's like, okay, now we need to circle back to the who done it, who killed this old lady, and we have like a long monologue sequence. That's what it was like, kind of like. I think
like
I didn't have the great expectations. I didn't know what to expect. I was expecting like a thriller, so I was thinking it would be more focused on the mystery.
Mm.
But then I wanted to focus more on the romance between her and the detective.
This is
And I was
true
like,
also.
why isn't this moving faster? I'm like, Julianne
No.
Lindsay, hurry it up.
Cozies, they're not
You're
even going to
get
kiss
that.
until book 3. They're not even going to kiss.
Oh my goodness.
Or four.
So Lady Val, this is her comment is very true as well. It's a Hallmark movie style of mystery. So it's so yeah, it is a murder mystery, but yeah, everyone is still like kind of doing their own thing. And yes, like you get the romance and you get the relationship and everything. And then, oh yeah, let's get back to the mystery murder part. Like usually when the amateur sleuther is in some sort of danger because she's amateur sleuthing. So, but yeah, it's light. It's not, yeah.
I love the cat though. The cat. It should have a whole
Why?
series only about the cat.
In this book, he saves her bacon. Let me tell you, like he chased down
Literally.
Bacon
Yeah.
to save her from the killer.
I have a post-it about that where I was just like, Bonnie was going into the house at the end, and I was just like, Clyde like books it out the house. I was like, Clyde, you better go run after Daddy. He just left. You need to get him and then bring him back because Mom's in trouble and she needs help. So go get him. And he did. He listened to me through time and space. And he came back.
Oh my god. I was like,
Oh.
good kitty. You're so good. But yeah, so this one
Did you all give it 5 out of 5?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You have
What
to.
have you given a Julianne Lindsay less than a 5? I'm curious.
that's
When
enough.
I
I'm
first
curious.
started
I'm here to stir trouble.
No,
That's-
you're
that's
fine.
against the
What was
law
it?
somewhere.
I was like, I think when I first started reading, because I didn't get the genre either. Like, I was just like, I don't understand. Like, I called who it was. Like, this is very light. And what was that? The word I used? Campy. I use campy
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
can't be.
But then you read enough of them and you're like, okay, that's actually the style. So I shouldn't ding you for that because it's not necessarily your fault. It's just I didn't know what I was supposed to expect. So then rereading it, I'm just like, this is awesome. Because I've read some cozy mysteries that are bad.
Yeah.
So
It might have scandalous eye contact. in book
Jack.
3 or 4.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. K-dramas do this stuff perfectly. They can make just an eye look, just looking at someone's eyes or like holding someone's hand. It can be like earth shattering. You're like, so romantic. You grabbed her hand.
Exactly. Honestly, Clyde deserves all the treats. All the treats for saving her life.
I think Bonnie needs to take a trip down to New Orleans and get him all the little cat treats out of Furry Godmother. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I second this.
Oh,
Bianca gave it a 4.
Poor
Okay, she's banned from the chat.
yeah, she's gonna be put in timeout.
Come on, just time out.
It's an unwritten rule that if you're a part of this book club, you have to rate Julie and Lindsey books 5 stars.
No, I was looking at the schedule and I was like, wait, there's like almost all of Julie and Lindsey releases.
Yeah, we're
For the
closing
rest
out
of
the
the
year
year.
with Julie and Lindsey.
We got a little behind there for a bit, but we're back
Hey,
on track.
I appreciate an author who like can keep churning out the books at a good quality. Like that's a skill.
Yeah.
11 books in 1 year. Yeah.
That's a skill.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's almost like I can't even comprehend the amount of writing that she does to be able to do that.
Yeah, and
she'll
audio
go
too. I was
away.
like, dang.
Yeah, she'll go away for a weekend and she'll like write an entire book in 1 weekend. Like
He cranks them out, yeah. On top of everything else.
Yeah.
Mm.
I want cozies where you can figure out who done it, but it's not a super easy mystery. I want the mystery to be really be there and not solved when things we never knew about. Oh, okay, got it.
Oh, I get that. It felt like that in the first book. It kind of was like left off to the wayside, and then boom,
Mm-hmm.
here's your killer, and then the monologue. That's like the only thing. Like I don't like the monologue heavy, like villain portion where they tell exactly how they did it and why they did it.
Yeah.
I like sometimes being able to find that out for yourself as the reader with the main character.
Mm.
Mm.
So like
The
you
villain-
know, it's not like I did this and then I did this because I was so bitter about
That is-
XYZ. I was like, girl, get over it. Like she didn't like you that much.
I don't even like you. That's also what you're gonna find in cozy mysteries, because with a monologue, you have to have time for the sheriff or the detective or the police to
Mhm.
find you
To get
to arrest, right? Like, so you're gonna get that monologue every time.
Freeze.
When she went to drop his hand, when he helped her up, but he didn't like go, oh, I know. He made her a little lunch and like we're holding hands at the end. I was like, yes, they're holding hands.
The whole lunchbox thing was so adorable.
It was.
Just
I
in general,
honestly,
it's so cute. It's so cute.
at one point, I made a rage comment where I was just like, if someone else makes a lunchbox for Mason and it's not Bonnie, I'm gonna riot. And then I was just like, oh, what did I say? No. I mean, that was the gist of it. I was like, Bonnie better do this, and if someone else does, I'm going to be the killer in the next book. Was generally where that went.
I had a personal reason, but if not, that would be a fight. Okay. I get it.
okay. We respect that. Still time out.
Still,
Just kidding, Bianca.
thanks for catching up on the previous lives. It's fine, but you're still in timeout.
It's like I feel like a teacher right now. Oh yeah, thank you for making it up, but you're still in detention.
Thanks for turning in your assignment, but you're still.
You're still.
She doesn't sleep. Honestly, Julie does not sleep at all. I can guarantee you she doesn't sleep.
Hey, that's amazing. Some authors you have to wait like years in between books
Yeah.
Mhm.
in a series.
I can't handle that because it's like after that point, I'm like, well, I have to reread because I don't remember anything that happened in the other books. But I do like what authors are starting to do now. Well, I do and I don't like it because when I reread it, it's kind of just like, ugh, get to the point already. Where they'll like recap highlights. And I think Jay Kristoff did it in a couple books where he actually took like a quick little prequel and was just like, here's what you missed in the last book and this is what you need to remember. And I was like, thank you, sir, like that is all I'm asking for. I needed this, thank you.
But then when
I
you
feel
have
like
an established series that's out and then you read them back to back and they do the recap and I'm like, okay, I get it, I know.
Right,
I just
yeah.
read the last 14 books.
Or you just keep on rereading them because you never know you don't think you're gonna get the last book ever.
Yeah,
Yes.
true.
Ever.
Certain
I'm
authors
fine.
specifically, but I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, locking him out of the getaway car. Like they actually escaped and they got in the car and she locks the door. I was like, brilliant, thank you, because in those slashers, like she never locks the door. So he's like, I'm just gonna open it and kill you. So and Gigi was like, run him over. I'm like, geez,
It's always under the visor.
But you know that
Gigi's
wouldn't work in a
ruthless.
car like today's car. It would only work in like an older car.
The older ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Because of
Which
the
is what they
auto-
had.
Yeah.
The setting was fine. That was-
Yeah, exactly.
It worked. It worked for this book.
Fact checking.
Fact checking.
Yeah.
Very true.
Me
Yep.
too. Me too. Because just because, you know, I feel like Mason and Bonnie were kind of on even ground now. Like they had, you know, they had actually talked with each other, like, you know, two adults. And we found out that they, you know, Mason's not in fact dating Kat because of course she wasn't. And and so it's like, okay, they're both single. They both like each other. Okay, great. Now we can pursue a relationship. She's about to be divorced from her stupid ex. And Dale, we love Dale because he found the money that he was trying to hide.
I love
In,
Bonnie.
like,
Is that a
5
phone
seconds.
number? Is that a phone number? No, that's how
Yeah.
much he's been hiding from you, Bonnie.
Yeah.
Come on.
That is literally millions of dollars that he's hiding from you.
I felt really bad for her. Like, how do you not catch that? But I mean, their relationship was pretty much in the crapper from like 6 months in, so it just wasn't really that great, and he wasn't communicating, and so I felt so bad. Yeah, and the fact that Dale was able to find all of that, I thought it was really cute here. He's like, I just want to know how much money do you think he is hiding from you? Like, he expected that she was a part of it. I'm like, she knows nothing, okay? She is a sweet little honeybee. She got no clue what's going on.
I know, and she said she just wanted it to be over. Like, she didn't want to fight him at all. And Mason was just like, you're being a doormat. Like,
Yeah.
you were literally, you're in this relationship for 17, 19 years. I can't remember which one was it. It's like, you deserve what you deserve. You know, you had to put up with his shenanigans for that long. You deserve your cut. And he was and he was doing it illegally, trying to hide the money. Like, oh, I have a gambling problem. I lost it. You're such a, like, jerk. Gosh.
You can't have a gambling problem for the first time as soon as a divorce happens and the wife just wants half of the retirement fund. Okay, at that point, if he wasn't such a dumb shit, he should have. Sorry, I don't want to like yell out loud. My window's open. But at that point, it's just like, give her half of the retirement fund. She doesn't know about all these other accounts. If you gave her half of the retirement fund, she would have left you alone and you would have been fine. But no, you had to be a greedy little bastard. And so now you're going to jail and she's getting like half of all that money. So screw you, sir. Screw you. Sorry.
Well, that's
I'm
okay.
going to get off my
Wow.
high horse, but how I felt.
Jen,
Oh, yeah.
tell us how you really feel, man. Tell us how you really
Feisty.
feel.
I
Spicy,
have been
man.
really feisty lately. I don't know what's happening to me. Who am I? I still
Who
like
are
cats.
you?
Don't
Is
worry,
this
I'm not an
Jen?
alien.
Thank you for apologizing. I recognize it now. Go stand in the corner.
Best comment ever.
Oh yeah, it's coming
Yeah.
up the 15th. Yeah,
I know.
it'll be here before you know it because this year is just flying by.
Oh, don't even get me started
Oh no.
on that.
What?
Just the years just flying by like crazy. It's gonna be November next week. It's nuts.
I love how Mason and Dale were like, fire your lawyer, fire your private investigator because they are just wasting your money. I'm
Yeah.
like, what jerks? What jerks? I wonder if like her husband like paid him off or something. Like, oh yeah,
Or
just,
like
drag her
under a
along.
certain payroll or something.
Yeah.
Well,
I really
divorce cases are the most lucrative. The longer you drag them out, the more the clients have to pay. So I hear there's some shifty lawyers out there that'll purposely try and drag it out as long as possible to keep the money coming in.
that's terrible.
What?
That's terrible, but that's really smart. He's like, you know what your
Charles is
spouse
like-
said about you.
Yeah.
You know what your spouse said about you. They said this and this. Do you want to countersue?
Charles is like, that's true. Make your money though. Good for you. He was too interested in the status of Bonnie's divorce for me to believe that Kat was. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was
Julia and Lindsey heroes do not flirt the way they do in book 1 and have a girlfriend in book 2. It just doesn't happen. Okay, like
I was prepared for it. She shot Grady with a bunch of arrows. I was prepared for anything. Okay, I was upset. I was just like, this cat person's got to go. Like, someone kick her out of town. And then I find out like the whole FBI thing, and I'm like, I should have known. Like, with a name like Kat, I should have loved her from the beginning. Like, what's happening to me?
Jen, you sound so jaded.
Jen's like, you put it in front of me, I'm gonna believe it.
I'm really, I will be the first to admit that I feel like I'm very naive in a lot of things. If you tell me something, I like to believe the best of it, unless I know for a fact it's a lie. And with Cozy's Julie, I trust Julie. So I'm like, it's going to be fine. She tells me I'm going to put the book in the freezer twice and something happens. We get 20 pages to the end. I'm like, she lied to me. There must have been a point in here that I missed or she thought I was going to be upset about. No. Then Grady gets shot. And I was like, oh, damn. And then there's a proposal. And I'm like, what's happening here? And the book ends. It did go in the freezer twice in 20 pages. I just couldn't. And I just realized, I'm very sorry, Bianca, because you have not read.
I think we did this last time too.
She literally, like, she just watched Cozy Harvard Secret.
I'm sorry, Bianca.
No, gee.
I can't go anywhere.
I'm sorry, Bianca. I just see all of her things down. I'm like,
Jen.
no.
Just like, Jen.
I'm sorry, Bianca. I owe you something. I owe you a coffee. Do you drink coffee?
Bianca's coming for you, Jen.
No. She's going to come on the next live and read a book.
Be
that I've
like,
been
Jen,
anticipating
listen
for
here.
forever.
Stop spoiling stuff.
You're gonna be talking about like one of your highly anticipated books, and she's gonna read it and then just spoil everything for you.
She's gonna dump it all in the
And
comments.
here's what happens.
Yo, but I don't mind spoilers actually.
Good, because we're talking all about him.
No, because like if the spoiler ruins the book to the point where you can't even enjoy the journey to the spoiler, that's something about the book.
That's true.
It's a good
Because
point.
even if I know spoilers, you still have to get there. And if it's done well, you're like, that's cool.
Just preparing you,
Yeah.
You
Bianca.
don't know how they get there. You don't know like the
You don't
story that
know.
they're telling. Yeah.
I didn't tell you who shot him. I should just
Tell
stop
you who
saying it.
shot him.
Jen, stop.
Just stop saying he was shot.
You're digging more into that hole.
No, I'm just gonna go ahead and put myself in timeout. See you guys in a bit.
He's having to go sit in the corner and sulk now.
No,
Jen
Jen
needs
needs
to
to
go to the corner.
We just need like a corner where people get put into like they just get removed from this live show for like 5 minutes automatically,
5
and they can
minutes.
just come back.
And then you can come back when you're better.
I'm
And you've learned your
sorry.
lesson.
As to what's in my glass, it's just water. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you.
You know, vodka looks a lot like water though.
I mean, it tastes like water, but maybe I don't know.
We did spoil you last time, but at least we didn't give you any new spoilers this time.
Yeah, it
I
was the
think I
same
did
spoiler.
though.
Oh,
I think 2 of them if I was really fast.
she didn't hear it. She didn't hear it. It's fine.
Oh, whew. Okay, then don't rewatch this, Bianca. Don't rewatch it because I don't want you to know the second thing that I did to you. I'm so sorry.
You could read the rest of the book live word for word, and I would still finish reading the book. Oh. Well, yep.
Sorry, Bianca. I do owe you. If you don't drink coffee, just let me know what you do drink. Water, tea.
The next Julie and Lindsey book.
Yeah, Jen's probably gonna spoil that too.
I know at this rate. Who knows?
No, because
It's like you
she
scroll on
didn't
Instagram
read.
and Jen just like posts a status like, "This is what happened in this book. I'm so mad about this, Julie." And we're like, Jen.
She tags Bianca in it too. Like, hey, Bianca, can you believe?
Can you believe what happened in this newest Julianne Lindsay book?
Well, the good thing is she didn't read the 3rd book yet, so that's nice. She's not,
Yeah.
sitting on the edge of her seat trying not to tell us what happens.
My eyes.
Oh, that was so
much.
funny.
So funny. My bad. I do that too, and I'm like, well, I'll say a big spoiler, then I'm like, oh, spoiler alert. That's usually not how spoiler alerts work.
That's why I try so hard in like my written reviews not to put a spoiler.
I will say
That's true.
we did find we were part of some group before everything, and I was able to keep that a secret for like 8 months, and I was proud of myself too because after like we would come on the lives and we'd have to pretend like we knew nothing, and I was just like,
That was so hard.
because we're in like so many of those groups. So I was just like, which one is the private group that we can't say a word about, and which one is the one where she's just starting out to be like with everybody? And then thankfully she was just like, I'm self-publishing. I was like, thank God, now I don't have to worry about spoiling that somewhere.
Yeah, because she has her own author page. She has her private eyes page, which is the secret page, and then she has the ARC team, and then she has like her fan page, like where she has like fans and friends and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, before I say anything, which page does she post this bit of news on so I know I can share it? Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I think that happens when you get close to the author.
I love it though when she
I'd
because
rather say
then
nothing at
it
all.
puts you out of your
and know all
misery
the
and
things.
sends you the prologue of the next book that's not out yet.
I feel bad. Like if I get an arc, my wantingness to read it, whatever, goes down immediately. As soon as I have the arc, then I'm like,
Really?
Then it's a
well, because like
responsibility.
it's like buying a book. Like you have the rush of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go buy that book, and then once you have it, you actually have to read it. Then I'm like, ooh, but what about this other book? I'm like that classic meme where like the guy's with a girlfriend and turns his head around.
Yeah.
That's me. All you have to do is go like, Charles, you see this like really good book that's a reverse harem. I'm like, ooh, what?
Like you have this arc that you need to read and write a review for before it comes out, but then you have this other book that's been out for 5 years. Yes, let's read this one. Oh gosh, so funny. You're reading a Thomas Jefferson book, and I thought, where's his kitty sidekick? Not everybody has a kitty sidekick. It's unfortunate.
It
Unfortunately.
probably would have made that book better, though.
No, it would have been better if it was a dog sidekick. I have to prefer the dogs.
Yes, thank you. Another dog.
There's
Yeah,
not
we're
enough
to the cat
cozies with
people over
dogs.
here.
So Julianne Lindsay wants to write, just like give Clyde like a little dog companion, little dog friend,
Yes.
and then they can have a spinoff series with the dog.
He's not Judy. It's fine. The succulent, for anyone that doesn't remember Judy. And if you forgot about Judy, you should put yourself in timeout.
I forgot about Judy. Hi, Vina.
Put yourself
How are
in
you?
timeout, Nicole.
So Nicole is in timeout. Okay, so now hello, you guys. Welcome to my channel. This is Charles.
Like, who's hosting what?
I panic under pressure, okay?
I know. I'm like, Jen, take over for 5 seconds. She's like, oh my God, here's all the books and thinking of the curse that I have.
I feel like Nicole, if you allow me to take over, you'd be like, "What have I let Charles do?" Now we're talking about Jessica Kane novellas or something.
I need to read some Jessica K novellas. Oh gosh. I get sidetracked by backlist library. Yeah.
I guess I check by new releases.
Yeah.
I get sidetracked by the library because every hold that I have for a book comes in the same damn week.
Oh,
And you're just like, there's 10 books, and I'm like,
I can't read them all.
I'm like, no. But now they have,
I feel like that's a
at least
conspiracy.
with Libby, they have that deliver later option, which is
Yeah.
nice.
Mhm.
But then I put
and
them
now
deliver
they're starting
later.
it with Hoopla now with an update that they're doing next month with Hoopla.
Oh, what are they doing with Hoopla?
They're gonna do that deliver later like they have with Libby. If you
Yeah. Oh,
They're
that's
gonna-
nice.
'Cause
That's
sometimes I'm
dangerous
like,
for me.
borrow the books because I want to use my credits so the libraries can let us have as many credits as
exactly,
we
that's
have.
what I do.
Yeah.
But then I never get to the books.
Which makes me
Oh, I
feel
get
worse. They're
stressed.
usually books I want to read.
That 30-day time frame. Worst mistake, checking out all your books in one day and then forgetting about them a week before they're due, and you're like,
Dang it.
oh, why is my life like this? Like, why? And I don't want to burn another credit next month on the same
Right.
book
On the same
because
book.
I didn't plan ahead to read it.
That's so true.
That's why I don't like getting really long books through the library. Like if they're like 30 plus hours audio, I know I'm not gonna finish it in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can borrow
Yeah,
12 too.
We can too. Yeah. Phoenix.
For
I think when I have, when we
Four?
had the
Glendale,
Glendale
yeah.
library, they
You
like
get
only
4
let
a
you borrow 4. Yeah. But then we got to the Phoenix Public Library, and we can have 12 now.
Well, and then actually Glendale updated it during COVID. They said now everyone has 12, and I don't think they've changed it back. So
That's
fingers
so
crossed that just stays the same.
nice.
Because more people
don't do
want
that
books.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I only get
Digital
4
books
months.
because they're closed. The libraries you couldn't go in.
But I'm bad. I just end up buying like when you have all your books checked out on Kindle,
Mhm.
on Kindle Unlimited, but then you want to read
20
another
books
book
now?
that's on Kindle Unlimited,
Yeah.
but yet you don't want to give up any of the 20 that you have.
Mhm.
So you just end up buying. That's the same thing I do with Hoopla. I'm like, I already used all my credit. I already used all my monthly allotment. I could wait a month, but I really, 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 really want that audio. And then I don't listen to it as soon as I buy it. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Struggles
sometimes
of being
it's
a reader.
I'll
Because-
borrow on KU, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, I still have this book. It like forces me to remember all the books that I have on KU. It's like, oh, you need to return one of these. And I'm like, oh yeah, I have that was like 5 years ago. Yep.
But then you're like protective. You're like, no, it must stay on here because I do want to read it. I need more.
Oh,
I just
Live
watched
on
Dune,
Hoopla.
and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to read it, even though I think in our book club After Dark we said to skip it. I was just like, I kind of want to read it now. Like, is it like the movie? Is it not like the movie? Someone
They did
tell
a
me.
pretty good adaptation. They just
The movie is
trimmed
good.
some fat, really.
I was shocked when I watched the movie. I did not expect for as many people to bite the dust.
Yeah,
Oh.
I was
felt
like,
I was
wait.
reading.
Yeah.
I was like, most people on this poster
are
don't.
dead.
We're dead.
I'm
Not
like, wait,
making it to
what?
part 2.
I was like, so who's left?
Yeah,
Timothy
I-
Salamander. That's who's
So
left.
I'm just waiting for Zendaya and Timothy's relationship,
I was
part
here for
2.
I don't understand why everybody's obsessed with him. I really don't.
I don't get it. I don't.
He's
I'm
get
just
it.
pretty-
obsessed with
surprised.
To me, he looks
Zendaya.
like a 12-year-old, and I'm like, ew.
See, he doesn't look like. Okay, I'll defend it slightly, and then I'll tell you why I agree with you. Because watching the movie, I'm like, his face is attractive. It has all the angles, and I like the angles. But then they had a scene with him shirtless, and I was like, I now feel pervy thinking that your face
That's
is
what I'm saying. I'm
nice
like,
because you're
he's a
very.
good-looking kid, but like, he looks like he's like my nephew's age, and that's just gross. I mean, no.
So that's why I
Like
was
I
just
said, like the angles.
yeah.
Angle.
He's not a
He
bad actor.
looks-
He's a great actor. I just don't see the appeal.
He looks like he's 12.
I think Hollywood's just
Yeah.
pushing him right now.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's just because he's popular.
Yeah.
They want him to be in all the things.
I
Hey,
won't
Call Me
spoil
by Your
Dune
Name
now,
was
though.
really good though, so I get his hype. That was a good movie.
What is it?
Have you guys seen it? Call Me by Your Name.
No.
I have. I haven't read the sequel book though. I haven't read that one.
It's so good, even though that
The
other
sequel?
guy isn't it.
Because it's don't spoil, dude, and everybody dies.
That's
Not everyone.
The novel itself spoils that for you.
Right. That's you
You
just
can't,
don't
you
say
can't, you
that
can't
way.
be a spoiler if the book has been out for
That's it.
years.
Headphones out.
Okay, but like, there's like a time limit. Like, you can spoil Harry Potter now. It's been out for long enough.
Snape killed Dumbledore. Sorry. If you haven't seen the
But
movies
it's-
and if you haven't read the books, that's your own fault now.
Jen.
It's like, well, it's just like people who spoil Scream. They're like, you realize Drew Barrymore dies
In the
first
5 minutes.
That's like, it's been out for forever.
Oh my gosh. She said night.
No, we haven't even talked about the book yet.
What other series can you
I'm
spoil?
leaving. That's literally the only thing I remember about Dune.
I only remember.
I
when they
want to
told
read
me
Dune,
first
but the
time
series
in
is way
movie.
too long.
I just finished.
You can just read the first one.
And Novel's
Yeah.
been out long enough.
I just finished the first one.
Charles learned nothing from it.
But no, it's funny. The novel has these sections that aren't in the movie. That this character monologues and essentially gives away everything that's going to happen in the chapter
Yeah.
you're about to read.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just so slow.
I got mad Pierce Brown vibes from it. I don't know if anyone here has read The Red Rising, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
all the different houses, I was just like, it gave me a lot of that. And then because of space, I was like, it's basically Red Rising mixed with Star Wars, in my opinion.
But I liked Red Rising.
Which makes sense why I didn't like it then, because I did not like Red Rising.
Bianca's getting mad at us.
I know.
I came for a different book.
I came. Bianca's like, can we stay on track?
Let's tangent back to the book.
What is it normal for us?
Cozy Mysteries.
Are we reading Dune led by Aaron? Oh.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
I did just reread that recently.
Oh, okay. Take a break from your Harlequin journey.
I don't know. I feel like I've fallen into a rut within a smut rut, and
A smut rut.
You should point that 5 years ago, and now I'm like in a more niche one.
The way people on BookTube were torturing themselves to read it. Yes.
Yeah.
Just wait till Wheel of Time drops. Everyone's gonna I'm already gonna plan my video because I need to cash in.
I tried Wheel of Time and I'm not. I know.
Make a hate video about it. That still gets views.
Yeah, there you go.
I was curious at first, and then he over-explains everything, and I'm just like, I can't.
It's a night.
I feel like epic fantasy is like a reason to let's make a 600-page novel where barely anything happens, but I'm explaining to you everything in excruciating detail. But then but then when we get to book 3, it'll be all action. I'm like,
book 3.
20 hours of audio of my life gone.
Gone.
So you're saying the first 2 books are all an info dump? And that's supposed to be appealing?
Exactly.
There's only one fantasy. It's The City of Brass by S.A.
really
Chakraborty. That is some of the best world building, and it's complicated.
It's so
but the first book just breezes by. It has a little bit of romance
when you're reading it.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's enough where if you want to delve into it, you can really get into the details, but you don't need that to understand
Okay.
the overall story.
That makes me feel better.
But it reads really quickly.
Yeah.
I remember I picked up the first book and it just goes. It is being adapted by Netflix. So I'm
it is?
Yeah. The trilogy.
Yay.
She's one of my favorites.
That's a great
besides
series.
the Poppy War. The Poppy War is really good too.
The Poppy War broke my heart though.
Oh yeah, it's dark.
Oh my god.
The book, if you can't handle the Poppy War, then I don't recommend people continue on with the rest of the series. It gets
worse.
It got me to the point where I had to stop reading because it put me in such a bad mood.
You can't be in a bad mental space while you're reading that either.
No, because the character does something at the end of the first book where it's not a spoiler, but she does something really, really bad, and you just follow her descent. She becomes a monster by the end of the book.
Yeah.
But it's really good, but it's just really, really gruesome.
Fantasy romance, yes. You get your fantasy fix, but then also with your romance. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, don't make me.
All right, now Kristen's trying to redirect
I know Kristen's get back to the book that we're supposed to be talking about.
Hey, we talked about it for the first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that's enough. That's
We
enough.
gotta sidetrack ourselves. We always sidetrack ourselves.
Everyone came to hang out with Charles. That's why I crashed this live show because Nicole won't create a live show for a book that I'm reading currently.
You're currently reading 50. Which one would you like me to pick, Charles?
I don't know. I don't remember any of them. That's why I can't do wrap-ups because I don't remember.
You're
I think it's
go
this.
To my Goodreads. Just go to my Goodreads.
Even Goodreads, I'm I got to the point where I don't remember what I have and I haven't read. So if I don't mark a book on Goodreads, I'm did I read that? But I remember awfully a lot what happened in that book, but I didn't rate it. It's not on my Goodreads.
Wait. Our motto is the book is the tangent. Exactly.
It is.
True.
Okay, so basically in this book, Gigi is implemented for the murder because she's found standing over the body of her friend that she just basically had an argument with in front of the entire town with a marble rolling pin. Also, who has marble rolling pins? I felt like this was in another Julie and Lindsey book as well. Like someone had like a marble, really expensive rolling pin.
Hey, it's a thing, Nicole. Leave people who have marble rollers alone. I'm feeling
Is this a
attacked
thing
right
that
now.
people have? Marble
Well, because like if you
rolling
want to
pins?
roll out dough, it's heavier, so you don't have to push as hard.
I feel like that's one fall off the counter and you're done. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
I make
But it's
pies
for the
like every
aesthetics.
holiday dough from scratch, and I use a plastic roller. Okay.
I use
How
a
often do you
little
drop it on the ground though? Like, I don't feel like I've ever dropped my rolling pin on the ground.
Same. You always
You've
like
never
make
had
sure
it roll
it's
on
They
the
roll.
counter when you're
That's,
doing
that's what
other
they do.
No.
It's
It's a
name.
roll. Aaron's like, it's a rolling pin. It's gonna roll.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
so
like
my
Me and
counter
Jen are on the same
while you're
wavelength.
putting
this way, so I place it this way so it doesn't roll.
So it doesn't roll
but
off.
it rolls next to each other. It gets in the way, but it doesn't fly
Pain in
off
the
the
ass.
thing.
Oh my gosh, Jen's going over the physics of rolling pins now.
Hey, this is important to really sort out. Because if it rolls, why would you put it in the direction that it can roll off? You just turn
That's
it,
my
and then you're
Charles,
done.
Tina, you should read the Christmas Tree Farm series because we're talking about book 3 in
Oh, it's so
December.
cute.
So I just want to discuss the book. Sure, yeah, perfect. I want a marble rolling pin. We chill the marble rolling pin because the dough rolls easier when it's cold.
That's genius.
That's
Dough for
genius.
what,
See,
though?
see, we're
Because
already on that.
For pie dough, that's a negative. You try to
You know,
chill pie
sometimes
dough,
you just
you
have
cannot
stuff
roll
that's
that.
just for the look of it. It just looks cool.
Just looks cool, and also it could be used as a murder weapon, self-defense.
That is true. Did Julie and Lindsey use that as a weapon yet?
The rolling
In
pin?
this
so.
book, yeah.
In this book, yes.
In this one, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
This is the
Well,
book that
and
you
the
didn't
other one,
read?
too.
Yes. In
'Cause the
another book
friend
too,
was
I can't
implemented.
remember what other book she
I
used
want
it
to
in
say it
as
was
well.
one of the Christmas Tree Farm ones because it was the candy canes that she was like smacking on. It's in like book 2.
Yeah.
No, that was in
No.
Seaside Cafe.
Yeah,
Nope.
Seaside.
Pride and Punishment. I guarantee you it is because
Yeah, because I remember when they first brought out that huge candy cane
Candy
thing.
cane.
Someone gifted it to her. I was like, oh, that's Chekhov's gun right there.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's definitely Seaside. That's Pride and Punishment.
Oh, that's right. That's the one that was the wedding, right?
What happened?
No,
in
that's
this
the one that's the Christmas one.
Oh, yeah.
I read the first 2 in the Christmas Tree Farm series before I booked it. Nice.
Nice.
You just need to read the 3rd book.
Yeah, no, we're best
So Vina's
friends.
coming on for that live then, I guess.
Yes,
So,
Vina, come on the live. Book 3. Okay.
No, this
so yeah.
one. Caroline is implemented for murder because she's the cook. She's the cook friend.
Yeah, but she's not smashing a candy cane. That the scene you described is in Seaside.
Is it? It could be in this one too because I feel
Okay,
the one that
go-
I feel like I remember.
You go
I
ahead.
mean, it
you
is
go
possible.
ahead
Jen
and
is
you
going
go
to
ahead
find
and
the
find it.
answer and then get back to us.
You go ahead and find it, Jen.
I will. Actually, I'll probably give up here because I want to talk about this book. But I thought it like even starts off. Maybe it's
Go ahead.
cookie. Oh, by the way, I had some peppermint schnapps and Earl Grey as well as peppermint schnapps and peppermint tea.
Ooh.
Although I went a little heavy on the peppermint schnapps and Earl Grey, so that's I wouldn't recommend. But oh yeah, hold on, I found it already. Hold on, let me see where it starts.
Okay, go ahead. I feel like Bonnie was very
I got it. I'm
angry
ready.
at Mason like this entire time just because yes, Gigi is implemented, but he's just doing his job. He was like following the facts and she was very, very feisty,
Yeah.
I feel like. I was like, he's just doing his job, Bonnie.
Touchy. She was very touchy.
So touchy.
I
But
want someone to come and give me a high five when I read this because it fucking proves both me and Charles right, and I'm so proud of us because page 2. She said, "Oh yes," she said, dropping the full bag of candy canes onto her counter and raising a marble rolling pin over her head. Marble rolling pin, candy canes, Whack. The whack
They
is
did
on
this-
page
They
3.
literally did the same thing in Tide and Punishment. But it was a big candy cane. It wasn't bags of candy cane or bags of the bag of big little candy canes.
I was right. I'm.
Good job, Jen.
Thank you.
Good
That's
job.
all I wanted.
Yeah.
Jen is amazing.
I try.
Jen,
I
we can
honestly-
start our own book club on the
We'll start-
side.
Have you read this one yet?
No, just kidding.
Go ahead.
No, hey,
We
Bateman
start
sent
with
me a
that.
copy of that. I haven't read it yet.
Maybe that's what we read next year. That's how we get Charles to read one of our books. Just saying.
All you have to do is like choose some of the authors that I love, and then all of a sudden I will pop up. You'll conjure me.
I'm here. When Bonnie wouldn't talk to Mason at the police station. Oh my gosh.
I love
yes.
that.
That was
I
tough for
loved that
Well, and
scene.
Kat backed her up too.
Yeah.
That was great.
Did you apologize?
Oh my gosh. He's like, she said, it's like, I'm not going to speak to you until you apologize to me. And he didn't believe her. And she stood her ground. And he's like, I'm the sheriff. When I bring you in here, you actually have to talk. And she's like, do I? Do I?
With her eyes, though, because she didn't say it.
I would be the same freaking way. I'd be like, I'm sorry. No. Did you apologize?
Apologize.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay. Oh, that scene was so funny. Okay, so this is when Mirabelle, Gigi was talking with Mirabelle, and she was basically saying, like, you were like gone for 3 years, you know, like you didn't call us, you didn't, you know, we didn't even know if you were alive or dead. Yes, you lost your husband. We lost him too, and then we lost you. So everyone was really sad. It's like, yeah. So she was using your recipe, like sewer. Gosh,
Yeah.
I was kind of sad at that part. Like, oh,
I
They have a
wasn't felt
point.
bad.
they have a point.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm waiting for one of these heroes to arrest the heroine for obstruction of justice. I'm just waiting. I was like, I need it to be in one of these books. Like, seriously, arrest her, please.
Oh, and then the killer's the deputy, and then that's how she's in trouble because he locked her away. If he hadn't locked her away for obstruction of justice, there you go. Julie, I hope you're watching. Figure a way to make it work. If anyone can do it, it's you.
I just make a plot of your next book. That's so funny. Okay. Oh yeah, we already talked about that post-it note, but it bears repeating that her husband is a dick, and Dale was just like, fire your private investigator, for the love of God.
Julie's taking
Okay, I
notes.
promise this is the last aside. Which Julie and Lindsay in her cozy mystery should I start? Because I feel like I'm like Jen. I need to
Seaside
get
Cafe.
into the genre first.
He's like,
I would say
Geek
Seaside
Girls
Cafe.
Murder.
I would have
Yeah,
said
mysteries.
Geek Girls Murder. Oh, Geek Girls Murder was so good. Sorry, I was gonna say Kitty Couture, but you're not a cat person, so I feel like Seaside is gonna be your.
No,
Geek
sorry.
Girls Murder might work for you because it's only 3 books.
I feel like my
Very-
dog would not be happy if I'm reading like stuff that has a ton of cats. Like
There
my
are-
dog will get very jealous.
There are dogs in there because at one
Seaside
point
Cafe.
she does have. I mean, there's dogs. There's the llama mamas. Let's not forget about them. I think there's
llama
the chickens. Oh my god, what were the chickens? Because it was the
See,
mom.
my
the
dog
llama
is like
mamas.
whining right now because she hears
God.
cats.
Like, are you
Oh,
talking
It's like,
about
poor
cats?
thing.
We should definitely start Seaside Cafe.
Like I
Okay,
said,
I'll
I'll put
Patience
it
Price
on my
as a dog.
list. I'll put it on my like currently reading that has like. Hey, but I read them all in the end. I read them all.
I will say, Charles, if it helps, if you have Hoopla, the first, I think 4 audiobooks are
Yeah.
on the Hoops. So if that helps.
Okay. This is gonna shock everyone. I have not been listening to audios as much.
Really?
I've been
Thank God I'm
reading.
sitting down.
Betraying your
So
own
I
dog.
bought-
Who
So I
are
bought
you and what
this
have you done to
book.
Charles?
No, because I figure I can read faster than I can like listen to the audiobook, and I retain a lot more of the book.
I started doing more audio or ebook, sorry, because I listen to the audiobooks a lot, and you're right, I don't feel like I retain it as much. So I've tried to start physically reading, and I do feel like I can recall things more. Like this book here, I physically read it, and even though it's been like
I
a whole month,
remember.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
So I get that. No, I 100%.
And I have to say, Julianne Lindsay's writing is amazing. Like reading it was a good experience.
Thank you.
I have to give it up because there's some authors like you read it, I'm like, oh, what? Oh, like I need audio to glaze over this really fast.
Glaze. This is speed on
It
by.
is the truth.
Okay, so my next post-it note is when she was interested in the princess role so she could do her sleuthing, and the guy snorted like
Hi.
He's so
Cute
cute.
dog.
so sweet. But yeah, I could not believe it. I was like, wow, how rude is that? He's like, I'm here for the princess role, and he's like,
Yeah.
wow, how rude.
I do remember in the beginning of the book, because I was reading through all of my highlights in this one, at the beginning when they were trying to sneak back into the fair, and so they like flashed their badge at the kid, and he didn't even pay attention to him, and the kid, the grandma Gigi was just like, oh my god, we made it past the guard, now we gotta have like dodge the fuzz or something, and I was just like, oh my gosh, Gigi, you're the best. Oh, it was her and her friend. They were together. Those two get up into a lot of mischief.
It was Sutton, wasn't it?
It depends
It
on
was
the
her and
genre of the
Sutton.
author for me.
Oh,
if
maybe it
I
was
were
Sutton.
to-
That does sound right.
Yeah, I find it's like no matter if I'm reading like physically ebook or audiobook, I still forget things. It's just because my memory's terrible.
I forget less if I'm reading it though, because I feel like
I
I
like
can
to
force
have the
myself to
audiobook
sit.
playing while I'm physically reading as well. It helps with like, especially like
Mhm.
the thicker fantasy books.
Yeah.
That helps.
I like either to
forget
switch in between.
Mm-hmm.
Because even audios, I'm listening to them on like 1.75.
That's
One
it.
point seven
Because I
five.
want to like
Oh,
take
you
in the
really wanna-
story
Yeah.
and like really kind of like let it absorb, and then I speed it up. Or
Yeah.
sometimes I go like, I want to physically read this now.
okay.
So then I jump and get the ebook or the paperback. I've been buying paperbacks. Who
It's like
am
I don't even know you.
No. I know. I'm like reading arcs for like authors who don't have audios. I'm like, who am I?
I am curious what you think about the love hypothesis because I want to read that so bad.
Oh, I want to read it.
I loved it.
I want to read it
You're
so
loving
bad.
it. Oh my god!
I think you would.
wanna read it so
I think you would
bad.
like. It's like imagine the Kiss Quotient, but less steam, but more
All I have to know
commentary.
is it's Raylo fan fiction, and I'm freaking there. I don't.
But even that, it's like if you know Title IX, like that plays into the book a lot more.
Okay.
It's really good. Like that. I think she's gonna have more books because there's an relationship that's set up, and then there's another one
Nice.
because each of the main characters has two friends, and they're all in relationships. So, like there could
Yeah.
be
Sets up
companion
for a
books.
series. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's not steamy. It's slow burn. It's slow burn. Just go into that knowing that, but it's really fun.
It depends.
It's
But it's
really
not
good.
like it's not
Slow
long
burn.
though, because it's not like a slow burn Mariana Zapata book where it's like
That's like
you have
12 hours on audio or something like that.
It's not
It's
bad.
you
like
have like an 800, 900 page Mariana Zapata book, and you don't get anything until like the last 2 pages.
but
Well,
Zapata's
what's the next thing?
steamier. This wasn't that steamy. It was like I don't know how to describe it. It's like Red, White, and Royal Blue level steam.
I have.
Where it's not steamy, but it has steam.
It's not steamy, but it has steam.
I don't know how to describe it.
How many chili peppers are we talking?
Like 2, but it's not about the steam. It's like more about the story.
It's about
Oh, it's
everything
not a-
around the steam. Yeah. I gotcha. I know what you're talking about.
It's not about the chili peppers. I beg to differ. Okay.
No, because like the characters have like their own like wants. They want to do XYZ. They have their own stuff going on.
Yeah,
And then they
wanna do
finally-
X, Y, and Z. Chili peppers. Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, and it's traditionally published, and I find like most traditionally published are not that steamy. Neon Gods was not steamy for Katie Roberts. That was like
No, it's very light.
medium. That was like
Compared to
very
her-
light.
It was
Yeah.
like 3
Source
chili
books
peppers.
in general, I think all the romances are not that steamy. It's like it really depends on like what the masses want.
That's true.
Sorry, back to the book.
That's okay. When she was taking on this princess role, she even's like, I don't need any pay. I'm actually hoping to volunteer. I'm like, please just take the money. Like, please, like, come on. Like, it's bad enough. Like, the pay is so bad, but at least take it. Like, come on.
Well, she's hurting for money too.
Yeah.
Get paid.
It's like, please get paid. Is chili pepper a euphemism?
We're talking spice. Spicy
Spiciness,
spice.
like spicy smuttiness in a book is how many chili peppers? Like five chili peppers is so spicy. Oh my gosh, burns your fingertips off when you're turning the pages. And then one chili pepper is just like they might have kissed at the end.
I like how
I mean, that's a good scale.
very to the point. I appreciate that scale, Nicole.
Okay, was anybody else impressed how Dale found this money in like 5 seconds?
Yeah, well, he's FBI, so
Mhm.
if he hadn't have found it like within like a day, I was gonna be angry with him, and then question whether or not he really deserved Cammy. But you know,
also
because he
is
was
in
so
charge
fast
of the
with it,
cyber division as well, so he has resources and the smarts to find digital footprints
So-
and trails and stuff. So
But I thought it was funny that he was the friend that told her all the juicy bits about.
about Mason,
I was like, there's always that one friend that you don't tell stuff to because you know they're gonna tell everybody else.
she was like, he's moved on. He has Kat now, and he's like, who? He has a cat? No, Kat Rollins, his new girlfriend. And it was like, then like he got
Ava?
silent. He got quiet, and he was like, I spoke too much. I can already tell. You were pushing information from me.
Right. He just gave that all up.
at the very end,
yeah.
he's like, just make sure that you tell Mason that I helped you. Maybe
I helped
forget all
you.
the
And there
other
was no
stuff. I
body
need to be on my
either.
good
It just
side
kind of
again.
went. Whoop.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yes.
You know, Mason already spoke with him when he called Bonnie. Yeah, yeah.
Because there was a comment, which I did leave a note on as well in the book, where he was just like, yeah, I had to tell someone, a friend that kept asking, like, what bothered me. And he's like, what bothers you is that you need to marry this lady and become her new cat dad. Like, let's just be real. These are the problems you're talking about. We all know it.
Cat dad.
I mean, let's just.
I feel like you're starting a whole new genre.
I know.
Like that king. Now it's gonna be like
It
cat
said like
cat king.
No.
not cat.
No, I won't read that one.
No, I swear I found a book that has mom kink. I found one, and it's
Has
so
what?
weird. It's like like dad kink, but it's like mom kink.
I can't do
Oh
it.
yeah, like MILFs for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No,
I
like
never seen that in
mom.
romance, and I saw that. And I was like,
like,
wait, what?
Like,
But you know,
understand-
instead of single dads with children, it's single dads with cats. That's the cat.
oh my gosh, I would love that. I would read
Jen
it.
would love that.
oh yeah.
Jen would eat that up. Jen would
Cat
be like,
Dad's holiday
It was like,
snack, something
yes,
like that.
I was thinking something very wrong, and I was just like, no, that's a nicer word. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm on board now.
Cat
With some of the
cake.
weird
Stop
monster stuff that you read, I wasn't sure where it was going, so I was very concerned for the cat, and I was like, no, we're gonna just hard pass on that.
Cat
Next was a
cake.
no.
Yes. Next was a no. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is when Mason was like, some woman on her phone at checkout told whoever she was talking to that her husband didn't have the good sense God gave her. God gave a rock. And he told that to Bonnie, saying like, that kind of reminds me of you. I was like, Mason, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that was cold.
Oh gosh. And it's like, and even Kat was like, what did you say to her? I was like, I might have told her that she was as dumb as a rock. Like,
And she said something along the lines of, "Oh, I understand why she's mad at you now." Or something.
exactly. And she's walking into the police station, and the receptionist, of course, Bonnie knows the receptionist, and she's like, "Hi, Janine. Please don't tell my dad. You're 38. Please don't tell my dad. And you're coming in just for questioning. It's not like you're even being arrested." Oh, so funny. Please don't tell my dad. Oh, so funny. Yeah, we find out Xander is the killer, which I forgot who Xander was for about 5 seconds.
How did you forget? I suspected him all of book one.
I forgot he was even there. Really, he got mentioned a few times in this one, and that
Wasn't
probably
really.
should have
Just
set off
mentioned
my
this one
spidey
and the other
sense.
one.
I'm
But
just like, who is this guy?
He's
Who
like,
is
"Oh, yeah,
this person?
that guy that showed up for his grandma or something.
I guarantee you, the next Julianne Lindsay book that she writes, she could honestly just be like, just throw a random name out there. Like this person wasn't even a character until she just put his name there to be the murderer. And I'd be like, oh, I don't even know who this person is. And it's like, no. And it would take you all to be like, he wasn't actually even a character. He was just like,
He was just a name drop.
just a name drop. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, who are
Hey,
you?
that's planning ahead. You mentioned like future killers in the first book. What if like Julianne Lindsay just said like all the killers for all the rest of the books in the series have already been introduced?
Have already been introduced?
See, that's
I wouldn't be surprised.
These small
That's probably
towns.
why I
you know?
cannot.
Hey, small
even
towns, everyone's
suspect
murdering
Xander.
someone.
Didn't even suspect
I'm
it, 'cause
getting
he was
you
in book
vibes
one.
from
I was
this
like,
book.
Oh, he's a local. He's fine.
But he was a new local, and he was creeper. He was creepy, and I was just like, no, I don't trust
Was
you.
that the guy that was hitting on her in book one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
the
have my number,
reporter.
or I have your number, so here's mine. Get
Yeah,
out
the
of
reporter.
Get out. No.
Oh, I remember. Okay.
And then this one we had the real estate agent.
Hey,
Yeah.
even stalker murderers need love.
Even stalker murderers need love.
Just kidding.
Women marry serial killers in prison all the time. I'm just saying.
And you're only allowed to give your number out to the love interest brother. So, or your friend is allowed to give.
Your friend's allowed to give the number out. Oh my God.
That's great.
Oh
That
my
was-
goodness.
So funny. That was so funny.
Thank you. I have created a new genre. I'm prolific like that.
Trailblazer.
Just everyone just watch my channel. I just like set the trends, you know? If I say like this is a genre, it comes into fruition.
Just speak it into existence.
I just hit up my authors and like say, hey, make this book happen. There you go.
You're
But
welcome.
what if those fraud people go after Mason/Jack? You mean the ones that he went undercover with?
That's what
Oh, I'm sure
Andrew-
they're coming back.
Oh,
Yeah,
they've got to be.
Probably,
Yeah, because what's
probably
his
more
face?
of them are coming back.
Murder or romance?
Because he reported
Those
back to
exist.
him.
Those exist. I'm just gonna.
And
put that
serial
out there.
killer romances.
Those exist.
Yeah, human trafficker romances. That's not.
Not my thing, but I don't judge people.
I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but
Exactly.
there
I
are serial
don't judge
killer
people, but
romances.
it's not my thing.
Do not take notes about my comment.
The investors. Yeah. I was like, I have a feeling they're going to come back. How soon?
And then Bonnie's gonna be in danger, and he's like, "We can't be together because they're gonna know I love you, and they're gonna put you in danger."
They're gonna hurt you.
At
Yep.
that point, I just need the sheriff at that point to be like, you know what? The only way to protect you is to handcuff you to my bed while I sleep, so you don't go sleuthing on your own, and then just wake up and then handcuff her to him, and then it's fine. Okay, that's the only way to protect her at that point. They have to remain handcuffed at all times, or she has to be handcuffed to the bed. I'm just saying.
He's just
There
gotta
are no other
find.
options.
He's gotta be creative and find ways to keep her busy, like the both of them together in a bedroom with one bed, like
How's he supposed to
find
work
ways
then?
to keep her busy. He can delegate. He's the sheriff. I
He's
mean,
multifaceted.
he can delegate. He has that power. Like, Dale, I need you to come down from cyber crimes and solve this case for me.
Be my
Thank you.
deputy. Yeah.
Well, I've
Be
got
my number
Bonnie all.
two.
I was going to say tied up in like a metaphorical sense, but now I'm just like, tie her
No.
up. It's fine.
Tie her up for real. It's fine. She really always drops these little comments, and they always sound ominous.
I do. How have we gotten to the end of the
Okay.
book and you haven't talked about the calendar scene? Come on. Or the
Come
pie.
on,
I mean, we mentioned
Nicole.
the pie.
The pie.
Or the pie.
The pie.
She liked it
I'm
when he ate
really
the pie.
excited about Camila and Dale, and I like how he's like, I run the cyber crimes division, and she's like, Cammy clutched her pearls. Like, really? That's what makes you clutch your pearls? The cyber crime division.
He's probably thinking how much it is in his bank account, probably.
It's like, oh, you run the cyber crime division.
Mhm.
Okay. But yeah. So that is all my post-it notes. Yes. Go ahead, Jen.
Sorry,
Talk about your
sorry I
calendars.
derailed you.
It's fine.
Oh, it
That's why I
happens
came
when you're not
on. I
here,
came on to
too.
be chaotic.
Julie, don't even tease about that. I need this.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
So
The
basically,
Julie and Lindsay like calendar with all of the heroes.
oh my
Do it.
gosh, and then we can have the ones from the Geek Girls, where she did like the scandalous thing with the Western thing.
Photos.
Yes. I thought it was given that the investors will be coming after
Jack. Yeah. For a second, I was like, "Who the hell is Jack?" And then I was like, "Wait a minute, that was his code name. I remember this now."
Jack. How she has not yet told all of the women she got to watch that shoot, I do not know. She keeps a secret. I couldn't. I'd be like, let me tell you what I just saw.
She's like, "Here are the behind-the-scene photos that I got."
I know.
Not
She's
as
like,
clear, but
I'd just be like crossing my arms, like just pretending and just.
I'm not gonna lie, I did that in Europe a lot when they were like, "Don't take photos in here," and I was like, "Okay."
Like that's not super obvious.
Hey, you know
Like,
what?
don't take
I
pictures
didn't
of the
get caught.
Mona Lisa because the flash or whatever can degrade the painting. Okay.
Oh, you
And
can
then
take
Jen's like, "What flash on?"
No, those aren't even the originals up on the museum walls anyway.
They're not. They're safe.
That is the one thing that I did though. If it said don't take a photo and I took a photo, I did not post said photo. So I have like 30.
You don't
want
want to out yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Kid on the internet.
What are they gonna do? That was 2 years ago. It's fine.
The next time you go, there's going to be a picture of you on the wall. Do not allow entrance.
I can just stuff you in my backpack when I go, and I can hide you in my compartments in my wheelchair.
Let's do it. I'm here for it.
Let's do it. I want to see that.
Oh my god.
Make it
I am
happen.
very,
Yeah.
I know how to pack very well, so we can make it work.
You'll fit in. It's
I'm not
fine.
sure how
You'll
far
fit
I
in
can crunch, but I'll start with stretches so that I can
How
contort
tall
myself.
are you? That'll help me with
Start doing the yoga so you can get some
Right.
flexibility.
Be able to fold
Do some
yourself in half.
contortionism so you can like pop out your joints and stuff. You know,
Oh,
Yeah.
that just
gotta
feels
get into
painful.
it.
You have
Yeah, I
to.
probably should.
Whatever you got to do. Because
Whatever
I
you
can
gotta
guarantee
do,
she
you gotta
doesn't
make it
have
work.
a 5'6" backpack. Don't. She doesn't have.
Hey, there's very few perks, but I know how to get around the perks.
Nice.
All
Nicole,
right.
you're freezing. Oh,
Am
there
I
you go. You're
freezing?
back. You're back.
God.
You're
No, you're
good.
back.
So
You're back.
For
You're
a
good.
second.
At least it happened at the end. It's fine. All right. Well, does anyone have anything else they would like to talk about, either about the book that I didn't mention, or Jen didn't mention, or anybody else didn't mention, or
Any spoilers from other series?
any spoilers you want us to talk about?
Oh my!
Beyond
Now
the
you're
Last,
gonna have
like,
to, like-
bye.
You
Now
really
you're gonna have to like put a warning that we may spoil any other series that are currently out.
Yeah.
True,
Yeah,
true.
exactly. Any book is fair game. If it's out, it's out. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dog wants to say hi. She's been say
Hi.
hi.
So cute.
So adorable. My dogs aren't even in here. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I
Ducky.
know. I'm surprised.
I was gonna say usually you have one or two of them.
Throwing a toy
Yeah.
at some point. You didn't do that at all today.
Nope. Duchess.
That's
is in
okay,
the
we got
hallway.
Charles.
Do you want to trade? Like my dog is not independent. Like she needs to like be around me.
Yeah,
She gets
Duchess.
very
She's
angry.
never been like a cuddler or very. I mean, she's affectionate, but she's not like has to be on your lap or demand pets. You know, like she's always been very independent. You know, like she'll cuddle with you. She'll allow it for approximately 10 seconds and then she'll get up and leave. Or if she's not feeling well, like if she's sick, then she'll lay next
She
to
don't
me.
want to cuddle.
Ruger is more demanding with the cuddles and the playing. It's
Yeah.
mostly playing. Like he wants you to throw his toy all day, literally 24 hours.
Like you've got nothing else.
Like, I have
Mine, you have to like
nothing
get her out
else
of her
to
cage
do.
at a certain time, and then you can put her in her bed. But she needs to be. She gets angry when I sleep in. She's like,
Aw.
"What are you
No.
doing? Let me out of this cage! Like, what are you doing? Hurry up!
Mm.
Mm-mm. No.
Hurry up! Come on, let's move this along."
My
It
dogs
was-
were kennelled when they were younger, but now that they're older, they're not kennelled.
Oh yeah, she's too
Ruger's
young.
only kennelled when like he hurts himself because he has hip dysplasia and a torn ACL. So like when he like exacerbates those injuries, then I kennel him so he doesn't, because he won't stop. He'll just keep running and keep injuring himself until he like breaks his leg. So it's like
That's what my dog used to do. She used to run with her torn ACL, and it would make it a million times worse. And I'm like, you can't do that. And she's just like, throw the ball.
Like, what are you doing? It's not fine. It's fine. Like, I can play through the pain.
It's like he'll pull his leg up and he'll run on 3 legs, and that's
what she used to do.
Yeah, that's when we know. It's like, okay, well, you done messed up. Like, we got to kennel you now. But he's a good boy. He's good. All right, everybody. Well, dog love. Thank you, Charles, for coming on. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Jen. Because I know if I don't thank Jen, her feelings will get hurt. Even though she's here all the time.
Jen, you get angry? Hey, is you're in Nicole's book club? She doesn't have to thank you.
Thank me. And I'm like, you're literally here every time. I'm just kidding. It was Aaron. Was it Aaron or was it? I think it was
Aaron. He was looking out for me. He was just like, what about Jen? I was just like, thank you, Aaron. I wasn't going to say it, but thank you.
Aaron's like, you're not going to thank Jen? I was like, she's literally here all the time.
I'm just going to say this. Jen, watch out. Aaron's going to take your spot as the permanent co-host. Like, he's just buttering you up so that he could just give you the axe. And all of a sudden, we're like, where's Jen?
I'll be the co-host. It's fine.
Just saying, like
where's Jen?
If you're not feeling certain books, I have another co-host. Thanks.
Oh.
I knew that was going to come out. I'm not spending $3 on a book that's 30 pages that I have no interest in.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, what book? What book?
I thought it was on KU.
I don't have
what
KU.
Book is this?
If I do end up getting KU, though, I will end up joining it, unless if Nicole will let me borrow her Kindle again. But I'm just like, I don't want to spend $3 on this. Like, no.
Hold on. What book is this?
That one time I got drunk and saved a demon.
No.
Oh.
It's the Krampus one.
Oh, it's the Krampus one. Yes, I'm thinking about that book.
Demon? That's weird.
Sorry.
I've never heard of that one.
I was thinking about that book for November, but we're talking about the December book. Yeah.
I didn't even know we had November.
It's Paddled by Krampus by Harley LaRue.
I will say, out of all
you haven't read it?
No, I'm gonna read it now.
I thought you had read it.
I'm a low-key fanboy of Harley LaRue.
Yeah.
I read all of her books.
I haven't read all of them, but I'm trying.
I read all of them. I just like sat down. I was like,
before this month is over, and I read.
Dare's not my favorite. You have to really like the kink in that one.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's very punishment heavy.
Her Soul to Take.
Her Soul to Take.
Yeah, Her Soul to Revenge is a new one that's coming out, but I really enjoyed Her Soul to Take.
If Harley LaRue's watching this, like, come on my channel.
I doubt Harley LaRue is watching this.
Hey.
Stranger things.
That's like one of my next author interviews I want to do. I love her book so much.
That'd be amazing. I'd be there.
I think I'm gonna buy Jen. So
she's not gonna read it because it's not gonna interest her. So it's fine.
I don't like I don't get the monsters. Like, I just give me a real person.
It's just like a paranormal-ish type thing. It's just like some light demons. That's it.
I probably could do demons, because demons usually have like human-like bodies, and I'm like, okay, that I can get behind. But if you give me a lizard or a dragon with 2 penis, I'm just like, I don't understand how that happens.
Okay, ma'am, the dragon with 2 penises. You literally just said in the Your Dad Will Do live that you were gonna read it.
I would read it. That was only because I do like Katie Roberts now, back to the one book. If there's something weird, and I feel like she might do it well, but other than that, I'm just like, I don't know who I can trust.
How about you trust me? How about that?
Katie's a good one. If you want to like explore and like want to do it safely, she's a good bet.
I just don't get kind of like, I can't get over certain things. The scales, the calling hair, head fur. It all bothered me.
Just don't think about it. Just think like it's exaggerated anatomy.
Exaggerated anatomy.
I got to that point in the book, and as soon as like I was over it and I'm like, okay, I can kind of imagine them like mostly human now. They'd say something like, oh yeah, and he grabbed me with his tail, and I was just like, oh, what? Why? That's no. People
Because
have
why are you
tails.
gonna have a tail and not freaking use it?
Like,
Like,
yeah, you're just gonna ignore that?
I don't know. Like
I'm
I was
just
just
gonna
like,
ignore
this
the
is
person with
selfish.
tail that can be used for things, okay? God.
I'm just not that creative. As you can tell, I believe what's put in front of me. So I don't believe a
I
lizard
believe
man.
what's
It's
put
just
in
like,
front of me. He has a tail and he's gonna use it, okay? Oh my God.
Oh my.
Even
Next
like
week.
Demons was last week.
How bad is
Yeah,
the snake
Jen
in
can
Untitled
handle
Chapter?
those demons because they look like hot men. That's what it is.
that's all I'm asking for. All right.
You gotta look past looks, Jen. You gotta look
You
to
could
the
do a
heart.
shifter, like a monster that can shift into a human. I think
That
you'd
I
be
can
okay
do.
with that.
I can do those. Those are.
You would like Nalini Singh then.
I
Yeah.
haven't read her yet.
You would
You
like.
Yeah,
like
she's also
her.
taken
Oh, I
5
would.
years to read Nalini Singh, even though I told her, like, you need to read this series.
Is the first
Okay,
one
it took me
Presley
years
Cole.
to
Read Presley Cole instead.
Presley Cole. Okay.
I'll read both. It's great.
Well, I mean, I've taken a couple of your suggestions, so now I feel like maybe I should take. No, they're all on my list. I have a lot of Presley Cole books. I have a lot of the Not Lonnie Singh ones. I just haven't actually read them yet. Put
We know
that
what
for one of
happens-
our late night lives. I'd read one of those.
We know what happens when you pick books, okay? Everyone rates it 3 stars. Okay.
That one, I rated it higher than that. So there.
Are we witnessing the demise of the book club? Jen and Nicole having a fight?
Oh, they do.
It's fine,
This is
it's
how they
fine.
show
Most
their
fights
love
we
for each
get
other.
to.
Aaron's like, no, this is a common occurrence. This is how Nicole shows affection. It's fine. Oh, this happens every live. It's fine.
It's like, Nicole, my safe word is go harder or whatever. It's like, don't stop.
My favorite is don't stop. Keep going. I'm getting conflicting information. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. My lovely, lovely co-host. All of their links to their social medias will be in the description box below. I've also updated for the live, so there'll be links and dates and times. I know we said we were going to Tuesdays, but now we're back at Wednesdays.
Sorry
We
about
did
that
post
one.
that. We did post that explanation. After November 7th, just remember that there is a time change. We're changing to Mountain Standard Time, so it'll be 8 o'clock Eastern after the 7th of November. Okay, everybody? But the next, I have one.
I know. I was
didn't
just like, it sounds like
forget.
you're wrapping up. I was just like, no.
I like
we
how you're
gotta
just like
talk
going
about
so
this one.
slowly. You're just like,
I
you
didn't
see it? You
forget.
see
I
it?
didn't forget. Next live show, Kentucky Crime Ring by Julianne Lindsey. Charles is
What?
You're supposed to pose for the screenshot. That's fine. If they want a
Oh.
screenshot, yeah.
Perfect.
Hey, no one said anything. I just like look up and I'm like, what is that? Why is everyone stuck?
Why is everyone paused? Is everybody frozen? Oh my goodness. It hasn't been a book club unless Jen is in time.
I know, pretty much. If I've not done something wrong, it's not a book club. We got it.
Spoiled
Nicole the
something.
Smoker laugh. It's all good. What are some of our other ones?
You usually
yeah.
drink Guinness.
Yeah, there
Usually.
usually is. I haven't had Guinness in a while. I do have some in
Yeah.
the fridge. I just haven't been feeling it during the week for some reason. I guess I'm trying to, in Nicole's, I was going to say celibacy, but in your non-alcohol.
Ma'am. No, let's not go that far. Let's not go that far.
I'm
I
not
just
drinking
gave up
either.
alcohol
It's
during the week.
It's just ginger beer. I'm not drinking.
I think I should be allowed a Charles takeover of the book club.
Okay.
Where I just come in and just wreck. Just
What
cause.
would it? What
You
would it
didn't
be?
do that today.
I did. That's a
did.
good point. I
You made me talk
did.
about literally everything but the book that you didn't read.
Okay, I have my rules. If the book gets a 3-star, the sequel is not being read. That's like my firm rule.
Dang.
Unless like I just like feel really. Unless I give it a 3.5, then I'm like,
Unless you
okay,
were
let's
in,
read
like,
the next book.
Unless you were scheduled to be in the live stream to talk about said book. It's fine.
Hey, I told you I came to hang out with you guys,
You did.
not
You did.
about the book. But the book was a
And I
nice benefit.
appreciate you coming on and sticking by
Nicole
your
never appreciates me.
I
She
always
hasn't been on my
appreciate you.
channel in a long time.
Nicole.
I think the last time I
Ben
was on your
hasn't.
channel with
Aaron
Amanda
hasn't.
Boucher.
Alicia hasn't.
I haven't, you know.
That's okay.
I've
It's
been in your
okay.
app,
Pretty
but I've
sure we
never
haven't
been
been
on your channel.
invited to be on your channel. I'm not just going to invite myself onto your channel.
You should.
You
I've been
should.
in your app, but that's not-
We should interview Amanda Boucher again when she does her new cover releases.
I just want her to send me those new covers. I'm like,
Oh, they
Amanda,
look
just send them to
beautiful.
me.
Just send them to me.
Just send them to me.
They look beautiful. And of course, I'm going to buy them after I was trying to buy the UK editions. Now I got to buy these new covers. So I'm going to have 3 editions of these books.
You're coming up on my level with those Carrie Maniscalcos. You just need one more, and then you're there.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Nah.
Even though I have 14 editions of Pride and Prejudice. It's fine.
You can never have
Hey,
enough.
you can never have the same.
And it's like, it's when a book has been out for as long as Pride and Prejudice is, like, there's going to be some editions that you're just going to find too gorgeous to not
Yeah.
buy, you know? So it's like, you got to buy.
The fairy
And
light
it's
one
public
feels good.
domain too.
Mm.
All right, everybody. I'm pretty sure I've said bye 17 times, but thank you again so much. Everyone have a wonderful night. We'll see you in the next one.